So what does loot filter do? It actually just allows you to filter loot. So here's my sword. I can just pick it up whenever I drop it, but if I turn on the loot filter on, I have the sword filtered out. It no longer can be picked up. So instead, it will spawn away from me whenever I try to pick it up. You can essentially filter any items in the game, including weapons and objects like newspapers. I don't want that. The Joja Cola, I don't want that. I can have them filter away from me. Default hotkey to turn on and turn off the loot filter is Z, and you can change that in the config file. So if I turn this off, I can pick up the items again. You can also control how far the items go away from you after they try to be picked up. Obviously this is too close. I have it set like around this distance. You can control it to go further if you need to, in case your magnetism is super strong. The config file allows you to change the turn off hotkey to turn off loot filtering on the keyboard as well as the gamepad. It also allows you to control again the distance the item falls away from you, and these are in tile distance. I also do list every single object you can filter in the game. Instead of going in and manually typing true here on all of these archaeology item so that it'll filter these items, I can instead pull up this workbook that I created. There's two tabs. The first tab here allows you to edit anything in the blue fields. So again, the hotkeys, it has all the same filter types. It also has a drop down, so kind of helps you with what you can actually enter for the hotkeys, as well as the gamepad tells you what are valid options you can actually select. And then from there, the number you can enter anything, and then for all these filter types, you can just type in true or false. If you want to filter, you just type true. So if we're in the categories, again, we can sort these by just using the Excel workbook sort. You can sort by the name if you want to just see items listed in order, or you can sort by category. That way, if you don't want to pick any archaeology items, you can go ahead and just type in true. Let's see, true. And this obviously just copy and paste all that for all the archaeology items. Essentially, once you're done making all the changes, you can just click on tab 2 and then just copy everything from the column A. I select that, press Ctrl C, and then I paste it into like a Word document. You can use Google Doc if you don't have Microsoft Words, but you can go ahead and just Control V to paste that in here, and then I can just Control A to select everything, Control C to copy everything again. And now when I go back to my config file, I can just select everything by pressing Control A, delete everything, and press Control V to paste everything, and it'll paste everything. It does look a little different here, but if I do save this and I run the game again, it would refix all of the formatting there for us. So if I run the game again, once the game starts up, we'll essentially filter it again. So now you can see all of our archaeology items are now set to true. So that's an easy way to kind of filter everything instead of going through the list manually, editing one item at a time. You know, obviously, if you're just gonna want to filter one item, you can edit the config file. But I would recommend modifying it through here and just saving copy of this workbook for you. So that way you save your same filters, and you can easily just change this back true and false again. And so that's the approach I would take.